We are back. Real Talk with Chuck and Pam. Thank you to everyone who listens each and every, well, I won't say each and every week because we are not 100% consistent with doing this every single week.
I think it's because of the summer. Summer we're worse than other times.
We are.
Summer, but hey, things pop up in the summer.
They do. So thank you for listening. We appreciate it. Thank you for sharing, everybody. And thank you especially for everyone who gives us nice positive feedback or even suggestions as to how to improve our podcast. So thank you very
Pam
much.
appreciates those suggestions. So keep them coming for her.
This week is just an audio. We do not have a video version. And that was my choice today. Just felt like doing an audio version. Chuck, we've got 2 movies that are opening in theaters this week. We've got one kind of outlier that's not opening in every theater, but let's start with the biggie. Let's start with Mission Impossible 254. Seven.
Wait, no. Mission Impossible.
Oh, God, please.
Dash, Dead Reckoning, dash, Part 1.
Wait, I think there was a colon in there after Mission.
Mission, Impossible.
Oh, Mission,
Impossible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So writing the review, thank you very much to the people who gave us that title, was a total bitch.
I just ended up using initials after I wrote it once.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just said Dead Reckoning.
MIDR1. That's where it was. Yeah.
So I'm going to guess that you're probably more of a fan of this franchise than I am, or no? I don't know. I can't read you right now.
This franchise defies all logic. Like Kate Winslet, as it goes on, it gets better. And franchises aren't supposed to do that. You make one.
I love how you throw Kate Winslet in there.
Yeah.
Like fine wine.
Woman gets more beautiful as the years go by.
She really does.
Yeah. She does it. Anyway. We see sequels. They get worse. This one doesn't work that way. Somehow or another, they get better.
That's Tom Cruise.
Or maintain a certain level of quality. Completely. And Christopher McQuarrie, the writer-director who started with Rogue Nation, Part 4. It defies all... It doesn't make any sense. And that's one of the things I enjoy about it. I think, last one, Fallout, made my top 10 list that year. I don't think this one is quite as good, but it certainly isn't for lack of trying. The money spent. The thing... I think that we are in, and I said this in my written review, I think we're in a golden age of action films right now. When you look at Mission Impossible, when you look at John Wick, these franchises are really kind of redefining action films in an age in which, and this is part of what Mission Impossible talks about, all this digital stuff that's going on, all this screen stuff that's going on, all the stuff that's not really there. When you see Keanu Reeves bouncing down a staircase or Tom Cruise actually jumping off a cliff, to me, that makes a difference.
Right. I didn't know John Wick did that as well.
Yeah. He does.
Maybe I'll appreciate that a little bit more.
Yeah, he does almost all of his own stuff.
Does he really?
Yeah. That whole thing where he's bouncing down the stairs. All those stairs were padded, at least.
Right.
But he does most of his own stuff too.
I didn't know that.
And it makes a difference. I mean, in this film where he jumps off the cliff and you've got that shot of him, going down.
G-force.
All the wrinkles are off of his skin.
He doesn't have any anyway.
He doesn't, but still, it's him.
Yeah.
And that I think is really exceptional of him.
Did you read or see that he did that 6 times?
Yes.
6 times.
You know what? And I thought, because if you've seen any commercial, and I mean, you have to be living under a rock not to have seen a commercial for this film. They've gone out of their way to showcase that stunt where he's jumping off the cliff. 6 times.
Yeah.
And how much film did they get on that? How much film is that in the movie?
Okay, not much.
I mean, it's like a few seconds.
But it is so memorable.
Here's
Here's the thing, too, and we'll get back to your actual review. Those kind of stunts, especially that one in particular, it's not just Tom Cruise doing it 6 times.
Right.
It's all those cameramen doing it, or camera women. I don't know if they're men or women doing it.
How do you cover that?
And not only are the fact they have to wear those suits and manipulate those chutes and dive with him and fly with him, they have to manipulate their camera while they're doing it. Kudos to the camera people.
It's incredible stuff.
It is.
And I thought that in focusing on that stunt so much, they were going to ruin the power of it in the film.
No.
But the thing I found was that the lead up to it, I found this movie to be just as funny as it was action-packed. The reason he has to do this is hilarious to me. And I kept, I love Buster Keaton And the film reminded me of Buster Keaton films at times, because what he would do is he'd build an action gag and then build a pun, and he'd start something and then they become more complex, to the point where they just become completely ridiculous,
Right.
and you can't help but laugh.
Right.
The chase through Rome.
Yeah.
I mean, once they end up
That
in
little car.
this little car that won't work right, and they're handcuffed, and then you've got this huge Hummer after them. It was a complete silent movie gag thing. It was beautiful.
That sounds like Mr. Bean, actually.
Completely,
you know?
completely Mr. Bean. I mean, just this elaborate stuff. And then what was, the train.
Oh my gosh, that was cool.
It was so neat. I mean, the train thing is, I don't want to say anything, but as they're going from car to car, it's like, okay, it's bad enough that you're scrambling for your life, but then you've got, hot French fries coming at you, and then this boiling water is coming at you, and then you get to the other car, and there's a piano hanging over us. Anyways, I was expecting Acme Anvils at any point to be making an appearance at this. Yeah, it's just so much fun.
It is.
It's so much fun, and he makes movies to be seen in a theater.
Absolutely.
And, I've never heard of a movie star, any actor, promoting other people's movies. But he's come out and said, you also need to see Barbie. You also need to see Oppenheimer. He said that, and Cruise is very smart because he knows a healthy marketplace at the movies is good for
Everybody.
everyone.
Yep.
He knows that.
Yeah.
And, Spielberg said that he saved Hollywood's ass last year with Top Gun.
He did.
He did, and he's taken it upon himself, because he knows they're not out of the woods yet,
Right.
to continue to do that.
Right.
And now they've shot themselves in the foot again with this strike that's going on with the actors. I mean, I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah.
So, but I will say, see this and every other movie while you can on the big screen, because we may be going through another drought again if this is prolonged.
Yeah. I have no doubt that it's going to be a really tough season next year.
And part 2 of this is supposed to come out next year, and I know
Right.
they haven't quite gotten it done yet.
Okay.
I think they're adding special effects, but the principal photography is done, so I think it'll be okay. But I had a blast with this film.
It was fun. I enjoyed it. It is nonstop action, but that's what this movie is. It is the same premise of every other Mission Impossible.
Find the thing.
Find the thing that's going to save the world and keep it from the bad guys before they get the thing.
Right, yeah.
So it's the premise, and that's always what it is. I did like the woman. What is her name? Haley
Atwell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was an interesting person to have as his love interest, if you will.
As far as that goes with that character, yeah.
Her sleight of hand, she wasn't the physical person that sometimes they have as his counterpart, and you didn't know whether or not she was on his side or her own side, and is she going to double cross him? And sometimes that happens. So I found that to be a little bit more interesting. The other thing that I liked was that Simon Pegg and
Ving Rhames.
Yes, they were on screen more than they were in the last one. And I love the levity that they bring to this film, because it is nonstop action. It is intense. It is incredibly intense. So they bring that down. I need that up and down of that roller coaster of, oh my God, I'm up here, I'm on the edge of my seat, oh my God, he just went over the cliff too. This is really funny because Simon Pegg is hysterical, you know?
And that's what I want to say to all these people who love those Fast and Furious films. Mission Impossible, this is what it's supposed to be. This is true action, and it doesn't take itself too seriously, because like you say, we have these two characters. The Fast and the Furious, they're so serious, it's all about family. And you inflate yourself to the point, I can't take you seriously, I just want to poke fun at you. If you wink at us and say, hey, come on.
I'm on the joke too.
We're just going to have some fun here, like cruising them. It makes it so much more enjoyable.
It was, to me, a little too long.
It was a little, I'll give you that.
The nonstop action, I mean, the action was incredible. All the stunts were incredible. I mean, plenty of explosions and motorcycle chase scenes and car chase scenes and through different, I think they were in Norway, which was just gorgeous.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Not there long enough.
And then Italy was the other
and we
place,
opened up in the desert as well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So
Tunisia and Rome.
that was cool to see the different, they capitalized on their environment and used that in the different stunts. But it was nonstop action, and it was long. So that was
2:45. That's a long movie.
It's a long movie. It is long, but this is something. If you love action movies, you're gonna love it. If you're going as someone who loves action movies and you're not a huge fan, you're gonna enjoy it too. Because truly, take a look at the cinematography, because those are the heroes of this, along with Tom Cruise, who has the foresight to look at this. This is his ball game, you know. And
he knows it.
He's the pitcher, he's the catcher, and he's the outfielder in this. He does everything, and he researches everything to the nth degree. I watched a special about doing some of the stunts that he did. He's like, no, today's not a good day to do it. The wind is in the wrong direction. It's not safe. We're not doing it.
Right? Yeah, he knows.
He's smart,
Yeah.
you know. But he defies death every single time he does this. For what? For our entertainment.
You know, and there's been talk for years about having a stunt Academy Award.
There should be.
And they've been saying this for, you
Right.
got to get there. And I think with these films that we were just talking about, in addition to Mission Impossible and John Wick, I think we'll get there.
I hope we do. I hope we
'Cause,
get
yeah,
there
I
this
mean-
next year, because this is deserving of it.
Oh, completely.
This is just this. Go see this on the big screen, and
Yes.
it will leave an indelible image in your mind.
And talk about big screen. I mean, this. Next week is Oppenheimer.
Right.
Next week is Barbie. Not necessarily a big screen spectacle, but a movie that I think you're going to want to see with a crowd.
Right.
You know, so this is one of the best months we've had in a long time.
I'm kind of surprised that they're releasing Oppenheimer in July.
Me too.
I would have thought that would be more October, November.
I thought they would blink and wait till the end of the year for all
Yeah.
the award stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm so anxious for that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it too. I'm actually excited about Barbie.
Me too.
I grew up with Barbie. I played with Barbies. I still have my Barbies up in the attic. You
It
know?
looks like fun, and we know who's involved. Very smart people there too. Greta
I'm a little,
Gerwig.
yeah, that's the one I'm a little concerned about.
Yeah.
We'll see if she has her signature flair to Barbie.
Yeah.
That might be the downer for me. The concept of it is really fun.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, from all the previews I've seen,
Yeah.
this looks as though everyone had a good time.
Yep.
So, but we'll talk about that later. You have an odd movie to talk about.
Kind of very odd movie to
Odd
talk
movie.
about, and I think we were on a different page.
No, I liked it.
Okay.
I don't think I liked it as much as you, but no, I liked it, and I had no problem with the ending.
Oh,
I
interesting.
know you had a problem with the
I did have
ending.
a problem with the ending. Okay. This is Biosphere, and it stars Mark Duplass and Sterling K. Brown. Two people I absolutely love watching on the screen. Little did I know how much I would love seeing them together
They're
on
great
the screen.
together in this movie.
And, you know, Mark Duplass is no stranger to small ensemble casts. He did Language Lessons. Did you ever see that one?
No.
You should see that. You would really enjoy that one. And then Safety Not Guaranteed.
I love that one.
I loved that one, too.
Aubrey
Great indie
Plaza's
film.
in that as well.
Yeah,
That's a good
yeah,
one.
Jake Johnson is in that.
Yeah, time travel type. Yeah, it's cool.
And then Paddleton, I think it was called. He's dying, and he decides to take his own
Oh,
life.
yeah, I hated that one.
I didn't love that one, but I mean, again, that small ensemble cast. But
Who was in that with him? There was a relatively.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I'll look that up.
Okay.
Someone like Steve Carell. It wasn't Steve
No,
Carell,
but it was somebody
like
big,
that.
yeah. So anyway, the two of them find that they are the last people on Earth, and they are living in a dome, this biosphere. We quickly find out that Billy, who's played by Mark Duplass, used to be the president of the United States. He's not the brightest bulb in the box, and looks as if he's made a few errors in judgment, which landed them as the last two people on Earth.
Yeah.
Sterling K. Brown plays Ray, and Ray is his intelligence advisor when he was in the White House, and they also grew up together, two different sides of the track, and they play off of each other as polar opposites, and they've got these fish, and they're all named after the main characters of Cheers. So we've got Sam, Diane, and Woody, and they create these fish, the eggs, and then they grow them and they eat them. This is how they survive. And looks like Diane bit the dust, which means they only have Sam and Woody left, and Sam and Woody can't exactly produce eggs because they're male. Well, this is where the cool part starts in this, I think. In nature, I know there's a frog, there's probably fish and maybe other reptiles that do this as well.
Dinosaurs.
Huh?
Dinosaurs.
Okay,
If the movies have
dinosaurs.
taught me anything.
Okay, dinosaurs. I'll take your word for that one.
Jurassic Park.
Okay, well, I didn't know that was based on science, really.
Have you not seen Jurassic Park?
Yeah, of course I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
This happens in Jurassic Park.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
They mention the line, life finds a way.
Okay.
That's from Jurassic Park, Jeff Goldblum.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. So anyway, when Mother Nature really wants her species to survive, so when there's just two male fish around, that one male decides biologically that it's going to morph into being female. And now they have hope. They have hope that they can live
fish, too.
on. They've got fish. They've got hope, and they've got fish because they've got eggs, and they can keep going. I don't want to give a lot away on this story, but I'm going to say that these two characters go through a metamorphosis as well.
At least one of them does.
There's an existential crisis they both go through.
Not just existential.
And they both have to change in ways that they were not expecting.
Yes.
And this is the science fiction aspect of it. It pushes science to the boundaries of not being believable, but because it's based in science and reality, it gives you
happen,
that's the fun part about science fiction.
Yeah.
But I also really like the dynamic between the two men and how they view each other and how they have survived for apparently years together.
Right,
in
yeah,
this
we don't
dome.
know how long they've been there. Yeah.
And Sterling K. Brown's character of Ray is kind of the caretaker and the parent figure, if you will, because it's okay. It's going to be okay. We're going to do this. It's okay. I think it'll be okay. And Mark Duplass's character of Billy is a little bit more on the juvenile side and needs to be coddled. So these things also change. They're brutally honest with one another and painfully so in some situations. And it's a movie that really stuck with me. I didn't like the ending you did.
I did.
I was dissatisfied with the end.
I can understand that.
Okay.
I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I think that once we get through everything, the whole theme of this is hope.
Right.
And that's what the ending was to me. Hope, even though we
Okay.
might not understand or know exactly that, and the fact that character was able to, the character who clings to hope at that point has made that journey, because that character
wasn't hopeful
at all.
Right. Okay, I like that.
So I think that journey, I think, was the whole point of the film.
Okay.
And the fact that, we live in dire times and it's easy to lose hope.
Yeah.
This whole thing is a metaphor for so many things.
Isn't it?
I mean, you've got a trans director and a trans producer on this.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did a little research. So,
Okay.
I mean, this gets into that whole area.
Sure does.
As well. And
I think it starts a great conversation too.
Right,
I've got a friend who is trans, and I would love to hear her take on this.
yeah. And there's a lot I want to say, but I don't want to give too much away. But it went to places I didn't think it would.
It sure did.
And not just that, but also emotionally.
Absolutely. And seeing the differences between, understanding men and women.
Bingo. I was going to say gender roles.
Yes.
Completely.
Well, not just roles, but how we function intrinsically is different. I loved that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just going to say something I don't want to say it, but
No.
I think it's just the way those two guys change. And this is really smart as far as the writing is concerned.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I bet this was a script that I wonder how many drafts there were.
Right.
Not that they're not good writers and couldn't knock out the first draft, but there's a lot of nuance there.
Oh, yeah.
There are a lot of small observations that I think are you start to layer in once you really get the basic story down, and then all these little things that they drop in as far as how they change the emotional responses, all that stuff. And I wonder how much they workshopped it and researched it or rehearsed.
Right.
Because it just comes off flawlessly.
Oh, it does. And Sterling K. Brown, he is beautiful
He's
to
great.
watch. I mean, the nuances in his performance are incredible. And Mark Duplass, I think this is one of his best performances.
I'm not a fan of either one of these guys.
Really?
But I love them both in this movie.
Yeah.
I was wow, this really, I looked at them differently at the end.
Yeah. They captivated my attention the entire time.
And
it's just two guys.
It's just two guys,
In a room.
and I was just thinking of Blackberry.
Yeah.
As far as, again, another independent film that was smart, and unfortunately, like Biosphere, I think not enough people are going to see it.
Right. Well,
and that's why we're here, is to say, hey, this
Go
stuff
see.
that's not going to be on 4,000 screens like Mission Impossible, look for this one because it's also available through video on demand. You can watch it at home.
Oh, you can. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because I was talking with my friend Kristen on the way down here, and I said, it's really sad that this movie is just in theaters because you can't go up against Mission Impossible.
No.
It needs to be viewed at home. So you've got to have those two options available because if you don't feel like going out and fighting the crowds, stay home and watch this cool movie.
And I'm going to give you all a hint. If you're in the Champaign area, if you're in the central Illinois area, this is playing over at the Normal Theater for 2 weeks. And if you're looking for a little road trip, take a road trip to the Normal Theater. This thing was built in 1937, and they have it almost exactly the way it was. So seeing it there is like walking into a time warp. It is so cool. I go there as often as I can. They are going to have it for 2 weeks. Take a trip. Get something to eat. Normal, a lot of good places to eat. But enjoy this in an intimate, old-school setting. It's the perfect movie for that place. And, support independent film and support an independent theater as well.
Very good. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
You watching any TV? Any series at all?
I gave up on The Bear because it pissed me off.
No, you can't give up.
No, I give up. They didn't play fair.
Okay.
Fuck them.
Okay. I disagree with you.
Yeah.
Meh. I've started watching The After Party.
Yeah, I hate her.
I know you do.
I'm not watching it.
Okay.
Just from the commercial, it's the same old shit with her. Oh, you fine. Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. I really enjoyed the first one, and I enjoyed the second one. It's a formula that they use for a whodunit murder mystery, and this time it takes place in a palatial house. There's a wedding, and the groom ends up dead. What is this on? This is Apple TV.
Apple.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can watch the first 2 episodes. I like the creativity of the fact that not only do we get to hear everybody's version of what happened that dreadful night where the groom dies, but we also get to see different genres as those stories are told. We get a little, we get a little noir, we get a little Wes Anderson, we get a little just touches of different filmmakers. It's kind of fun. Alfred Hitchcock.
If it weren't for her, I'd watch it, but no.
That's too bad. Yeah, and she's a big part of it, and she's in every single part of it. So,
not going to happen.
Okay, well, for those of you who don't have an issue with Tiffany Haddish, check this out. We've got a couple of characters that do come back in this season, and a couple surprises. First 2 episodes are available to stream on demand, and then they'll be dropping, I think, 1 a week after that.
I am watching Secret Invasion.
Yeah, I have not started watching that.
It is still good.
Okay.
We're 4 episodes in. There's 2 to go. It's only 6 episodes, so that should be a plus for you as well.
That is.
Which is a big thing for me. It still has plenty of surprises. Again, no superheroes.
I know.
More of a spy thing. So it's been, it's sustained my interest.
And you watch that on Disney?
Disney,
I got to figure out how to get into my Disney account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I wish?
What?
I wish Apple and Amazon didn't start with the same letter. It would be much easier to remember. Oh, that's on Strubly. Okay.
Strubly, yeah. I think that's our next production company, Strubly.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, some of these names of these things make no sense to me anyway.
I know, right? What's a Hulu?
What's a Tubi?
I don't know.
I guess
or
it's the tube.
Freebie?
The TV. Well, it's free.
V?
TV. It's not TV. It's Freebie.
It's Freebie.
Yeah.
Max
What,
versus
'cause
HBO
we've got everything?
and
We have the
Cinemax.
maximum?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I give up. Next week, we've got Barbie and Oppenheimer. Those are the 2 biggies opening up. Do we have any smaller movies coming out next week?
I don't think so. I think that's it, those 2. And
Barbenheimer is it?
Barbenheimer, big enough, and then Mission Impossible holdovers. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see what the money is with all this.
Oh, it will be. It will be. It'll be a great revival, I think, which is wonderful.
Hope so.
So thank you for listening. Real Talk with Chuck and Pam. You can find us at realtalkwithchuckandpam.com. You can take a look at WCIA TV. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us pretty much everywhere without a whole lot of effort.
Like dog shit on your shoe. We're all over the place.
Okay. Thanks for listening.